Good evening. We present the news summary. Human rights treaties that Seychelles is party to will be allocated to relevant ministries, departments, and agencies for better data collection and reporting. This is a cabinet decision taken yesterday where the setting up of a human rights treaty reporting committee was also approved. The cabinet, chaired by President Ramkalawan, also gave its approval for the implementation of phase 2 of the part rental program to continue to address the housing needs in the country. It has also supported amendments to the National Payment System Act in a bid to modernize the regulatory framework. Vice President Ahmed Afif this morning gave a press briefing on the various decisions taken at cabinet level.
It's essentially a move to modernize the payment system. As you know, over time, this has evolved substantially. Today, there is a number of new payment systems that have come about, but our legal framework doesn't necessarily take that into account. And here I'm referring to online payments. Today, you hardly need to use a checkbook. So the idea is to ensure that the regulatory framework around that, which is the law, National Payments Systems Act 2014, is updated to reflect modern systems, to give the regulator, that is the central bank, the powers to be able to regulate that correctly and to ensure that it is a fair system. It covers all the latest technology that's available and that no one is worse off under that system. As far as the part rental program is concerned, the idea is to get the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Land Use to get together and work out what are some of the problems that they're facing today that, for example, prevent some people who should be getting assistance from getting it, and perhaps curtail where there is abuse in some areas. We know that there are people who do go through a lot of difficulty, and the object of this is simply to help them. On the human rights, it is basically effort to honor our obligations in a much clearer way. As you know, the Seychelles has signed several conventions on human rights. We have a Human Rights Commission as well. But what is not very clear today is which government department is responsible to honor all the different obligations under the different conventions that we've signed. So the idea that was presented to Cabinet, which Cabinet approved, was to have every one of those conventions to have a particular ministry or department or agency to be responsible for that. And so when the Human Rights Commission, for example, would want to get information, they would know exactly where to go to get that information. There's also a second component which sets up a reporting committee on human rights treaty. Essentially, this all helps in coordinating the effort to provide that information to ensure that we honor our obligations. So this will bring together all the different key stakeholders.
The press conference with the Vice President will be aired in full on SBC2 at 7:10 and at 10 p.m. on Radio Sicile. A new electronic payment service will be available to the public in the coming months. The service will be provided by Nebula Fintech, who received the license from the central bank earlier this month. The central bank will regulate Nebula Fintech to ensure that the service they provide is in line with the central bank's regulations. The central bank says that closer to the time of the launching, Nebula Fintech will provide details on exactly how the new payment system will work.
We want to have an ecosystem that uses less cash. We know that in our country we have a demographic that we have to make sure that all members of the public can participate, so we will not have a cashless financial system, but we've gone more saying that it's going to be a cash light, but we would like to see less cash, but for us to be able to make sure that everybody participates, there will be a vigorous education program so that we can explain to the public what is coming, how those platforms can be used to their benefit. And as I say, we want to see less costly payment system, which then helps in the cost of doing business and for the family as well to become more efficient.
The implementation committee of the Mai Plateau Trap and Line Fishery Co-Management Plan met today to evaluate the effectiveness of two types of fishing methods. The committee held its meeting at the STC conference room this morning and was attended by members of the Fishermen Association and officials from the Seychelles Fishing Authority, amongst others. Several issues were raised, including the management of recreational fishing.
The main objective of this meeting is to continue the process of ensuring that the Mahé Plateau Trap and Line Management Plan, co-management plan, in fact, because it's a co-management plan between the authority and the stakeholders, are in progress, and to ensure that recommendations that were made during the previous year has been undertaken, or if there is a need to have new recommendations, new work to be added to the work plan, are taken into consideration, and ensure that the full enforcement of the management plan is being undertaken to ensure the sustainability of these two species that are under management at the moment, which is the red snapper, bourgeois, and the jobfish, zobkoi. In fact, one of the main concerns of this meeting today is the lack of participation from the stakeholders. We see there are very few fishers associations that are present in the meeting today, and this is a co-management plan, and the co-management plan means we need the effort of everybody to come together to ensure that it is operational and that it succeeds. So this is one of the main concerns, but there is also concern with regards to enforcement, whether the enforcement is adequate and whether all sectors, be it artisanal fishers, sport fishers or recreational fishers, are being targeted in the enforcement.
Let Your Light Shine is the theme under which the President's Village is organizing its activities. The theme was carried over from last year. In its first activity for the year, children and staff members expressed their gratitude and recognition towards their sponsors, partners, and benefactors by presenting them with several tokens. The village is home to 25 children aged 2 to 17 years old. Most of them are boys.
Aim of this activity is to give thanks, give thanks to all the people who have been helping the village throughout the year, not only last year, but throughout the year. Some we know some, but some are unknown. So for us to just choose the theme, Let Our Light Shine, it's because people are talking a lot, but most are talking in a way like negatively. But we want to just tell whoever is outside that we do have some light in the village. We just want to just show it to them. However, even though we have the light, we do face with certain challenges, but no matter what, we are not scared of that, because the darkness, fear, will always overcome by the light that we want to just bring it to the village.
And this was the news summary. Thank you for your attention.